Personal branding is all the talk these days when it comes to building a solid, profitable online business. And in my opinion, it is one of the most important things that you can do to secure your financial future. But how do you do this if you're brand new, you are not an expert yet, or you might be thinking, who the heck would listen to me? I don't even really know anything. So how do I go online and build a solid online brand that would entertain any kind of an audience? In this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how I got started online when I was once brand new and didn't really think that I had a lot to offer either. We all start somewhere. So today's episode is going to be really powerful in helping you to get started so you're not left behind. So it's coming up. My name is Tanya Aliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success faster while most importantly designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I put out a brand new training episode and free resource for you and your business each and every week. Now, before I tell you where I got started in building my online brand and how I got started before I was an expert, it's really, really crucial and critical for you to understand why it is important for you to build your online brand if you have any kind of business at all, products, services, or opportunities that you are promoting. Now, there are many reasons, but I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons why you absolutely need to build a You Inc. business. Number 1, companies come and go and products come and go, but you are forever. I can't tell you how many times I see companies and product lines come in and out of the marketplace. And if you don't own the actual company or products that you are promoting, there is a serious risk of putting all of your eggs in one basket, promoting that other company that you don't own or those other products or services that you can't control. And so if you don't build a You Inc. business, if you're only promoting the brand of which you represent, what happens if that brand or company disappears, makes changes, or completely goes out of business? Now, I've seen it a lot happen in the network marketing space where a company will completely go out of business. And if the rep did not work on building their personal online brand, everything that they have been working for up until that point is completely gone. So you have to build your online brand so that if companies or products that you promote or have been inserted into your brand or recommended by your brand, if anything happens to those, you are secure, you're fine. You've built an audience around you and not the company or the products that you represent. So if something happens to any of these companies or products that you represent, you still have an audience and you can insert another company or other products into your brand and recommend those to your audience and be secure in your financial future. The second reason why you have to build your own online brand, and I believe it's really important, is people make buying decisions based on people liking and trusting you. And people don't join companies or opportunities, they join you. They're joining your recommendations, they're joining your vision, they're joining your leadership. And so it doesn't matter all of the facts or all of these stats going on with your products or your company or the ingredients of your products. None of that really matters to a great degree. The greater of the degree is people actually trusting you and your leadership and you taking them from where they are now to where they want to go. So if you build up your personal brand as the leader that can help people and take them from point A to point Z, they're going to be more likely to join you on that journey. So building your personal brand is definitely going to make it so much easier for you to be able to get your message out there, for you to do that for other people. The third reason why you want to build your online brand is residual business forever. So when I put content out on the internet and I'm talking to you and I'm helping you with things, that piece of content is going to be online forever unless I take it down. And as long as I have my fishing lines in the water, I will always be generating business, whether I'm working my business or not. And we call this a true residual business, where residual leads are coming in because of your online brand that you built, and residual sales sales are coming in because of that online brand that you built without you having to be present 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My content is doing the work for me. So it is very important, if you have a residual income strategy in place, or even if you don't and you want one, you need to have a residual lead flow strategy in place to supplement that and get the machine working. And I talk about that all the time. If you build a personal brand online, it never goes away, and your machine that you're building online will always be working, whether or not you're sipping margaritas, toes in the sand, watching the sunset at the beach, or if you're actually working at your computer for that day or not. So if any of this sounds important to you, which it probably should by now, right? Then it is really important, and you know that you need to build your online brand. But the question that a lot of people ask me is, Tanya, I'm new. I'm not an expert yet. I don't really know much. How do I start an online brand where people are actually attracted to me? And then from there, listen to even what I have to say. And by the way, what am I also supposed to say? So in every episode of Tanya Aliza TV, I like to equip you with a free resource that you can use in your business to help you create those results with fast. Today, we're talking about branding. So I've put together my 5 steps to creating your online brand properly, your profitable online brand. There's 5 steps that I think that if you take, you'll understand that you don't need to be an expert for people to listen to you and go on your journey with you. But you have to take these 5 steps in the order that they're laid out, in my opinion. And you actually have to implement these. And once you implement them, your online brand will start, and your audience and your tribe will start to grow. So we put this together for you in a PDF download, and you can just check off the 5 steps as you go through them and actually implement them into your business. You can pick up that guide at tanyaaliza.com/93 download, the number 93 download. It'll take you to my blog post, and on the blog you'll see this video. Right below this video there'll be a yellow button, and you can click that button and get my 5 steps of building a profitable online brand, and that'll help you get started. So the first thing that you have to understand as you go through these steps, you have to get out of your own head. Your brand, contrary to what people think, has nothing to do with you. Has absolutely nothing to do with you. Well, it has very little to do with you. It has everything to do with understanding your audience, understanding their problems, and being their solution provider and giving them information. It doesn't even have to be your information. You're just the one that exposed them to the right information to help them with their problems, their needs, their wants, and desires. So as you go through these 5 steps, I'm going to share with you an exercise on how to figure out who your best audience is that want your product, service, or business that you're in. Once you understand your audience, then you know how to help them. And inside of that guide as well, I give you some ideas on how to go on the internet to find resources that'll make you look like an absolute superstar with your audience without you even really knowing anything at all, just being that person that points them in the direction of the right information that can help them. So what if all that you needed to start to build a successful online brand was resources that you could point people to? Can you point people to resources? You probably can. And that's what I did in the very beginning. I got really acclimated and I understood my audience, my target audience, who was best suited to buy my products or services or join my business with me. And so I understood who they were. That was the first step. And then I needed to find out what their problems were, what kept them up at night, what solutions that they were already looking for online. And then I got really good at putting myself in front of them with solutions. And some of the solutions, actually in the beginning, almost all the solutions weren't even my information. I was just pointing people to the right places to get the right information. But because I was the resource that had the resources, my audience started to follow me and really love my recommendations and my suggestions in helping them to get where they want to go. So in the beginning, I wasn't really this big genius. Even today, all I get good at is finding the solutions that my audience wants, either through my own personal experiences or through my team's personal experiences, or through a little Google search where I could either read a book or pick up a resource or read another blog article that could get the answer for my audience. And then I share with them strategies and tips through videos, through blog posts, through emails, things like that. So it's all just getting really good at not even really knowing anything. I mean, experience definitely helps. However, if you're really good at just understanding what problems do they have, how can I help them solve that problem through my information or somebody else's information, your brand can be well on its way to a 6- and 7-figure online brand very fast and very easy, so long as you just truly understand who your audience is and how you can help them. And in the freebie that I have with today's episode, I'll share with you some of those great resources that you can use to point people to. And it doesn't matter what business that you're in or what products that you're promoting. I want you to also understand that some of the best online brands actually take their audience on the journey with them. So you don't have to be this big expert that makes a ton of money or is very successful for people to listen to you. In fact, when you are very successful and you're online and you're an online personality, there's a lot of people that will not relate to you because you are at a different level than they're at. And to really, really, really help somebody, it's better to kind of play on their playing field with them, be more relatable to them. And so one of the exercises that I tell some of my clients to do is, instead of thinking that you need to be this great big old expert, you can actually take your people on your journey with you. So if you're trying new products or you're building a new business, take your audience, take your tribe on that journey with you. Some of the best brands have done a phenomenal job at not being an expert to their audience, but being an ally to their audience and actually taking their audience on a journey with them. And this is where they can really relate. And then as you go on that journey, if you're making recommendations or suggestions into products that you use or businesses that you're involved in, your audience is going to be most likely there to take action with you and do the same as you as they go on this journey with you. And again, I think one of the most powerful things that I can give you in today's episode is my 5 steps to building a profitable online brand. That will definitely help you get started, but I want you to understand that you do not have to be some crazy success story and expert for you to get started in building your online brand. You just need some desire, and you need a big, strong why as to why it is that you're getting out there and impacting the world, which is pretty much what you're doing when you start building an online brand. It's pretty dang incredible. So pick up that free resource that I have for you. We'll leave it on the blog for you at tanyaaliza.com/93 download. Question of the week: have you started building your online brand? If you have, can you share something that has been most helpful in helping you to do so online? Join the conversation below, drop me a comment, and let me know what's been the most helpful to you when you got started in building your online brand. My community would probably love to hear it from you. If you enjoyed this episode of Tanya Aliza TV, I truly hope you did. Feel free to share it with your team or anybody that you feel would need this information or it would help them via one of the social media share or like links above or below or around this video. And I will see you on the next episode of Tanya Aliza TV.